Welcome back to another episode of The Last Lap. My name is Jimmy, and I'm joined by my friend and co host Matthew, as always. Today, we're going to give you guys a few things of breaking news that happened in the past week. But before we get into that, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and like this video. It helps the channel grow, it helps us reach new people. And then in between videos, you can catch us on Instagram at The Last Lap News. We'll link all that in the description, but that would be really appreciated. It helps the channel grow, helps us reach more people. And yeah, let's hop right into the news.
So the second thing, the first thing we're going to talk about was the Daytona testing for the next gen car, which Chris Buescher was driving the next gen car or at Daytona, and nothing really much happened out of that. It was just single car runs. Nothing really much spectacular happened like when they were testing with two cars at Charlotte. So it's nothing really much happened, I guess. The car sounds better. I guess they still have that big spoiler on the back, which I'm still not a fan of. But hopefully hopefully they'll consider their options when it comes to that. But other than that, nothing really much happened to that test session. So, but it's nice to see another glimpse of the next gen car at a different track.
Yeah, I'd say that they're still pretty much in the early phases of the next gen car since they have basically a full year until it debuts in 2022. So pretty much just single car runs for now, but we're all looking forward to multi car runs and like packs and stuff eventually, whenever that is. But for now, that's the latest update on the next gen car, and we're gonna hop into our next subject. Our next topic on the show is going to be sponsorships for 2021. So, Bubba Wallace and 2311 Racing, the team founded by Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan, making their debut next year with Bubba Wallace as their driver. They announced sponsorship for their car for next season. Most of these sponsors Bubba had on the car before this year, but there's some new sponsors joining this year. But a few of the sponsors that they have lined up already are DoorDash, Dr. Pepper, Columbia, Root Insurance, and McDonald's. Um, it's exciting to see them have some sponsorship already, since they're a brand new team. Still looking for that Jordan brand sponsorship. That would be very, very cool if they put that Jordan
Mayor
logo on the
Bubba's.
car. It'd be cool if they did that at some point. I know Denny Hamlin drove a truck one time that had the Jordan logo on the hood, I think, one time at
Yeah, that
Martinsville.
was in the Truck Series
Yeah, that was at
2013.
Martinsville. But
That was a good looking truck too.
it was. And
Wish they made
so,
a die cut to that.
yeah, I know. Um, but those are the lined up sponsors for now for Bubba Wallace. Um, Kyle Larson, the fourth driver at Hendrick for this year, he doesn't have any sponsors lined up just yet. Um, I'm sure they'll figure out something soon since, I mean, Rick Hendrick, one of the biggest names in NASCAR, Kyle Larson, one of the biggest names in NASCAR, but still nothing for him. Chase Elliott actually got one of Alex Bowman's old sponsors, Lunar or something like that. They just announced that today. But
Umar.
yeah, Lunar. Um, but for Kyle Larson, still nothing lined up just yet. But as soon as something comes out for that, we'll let you guys know. So Matthew, what are your thoughts on this sponsorship so far?
Well, I'm happy for Bubba Wallace and that whole 2311 racing team. They got some pretty big sponsor names. Dr. Pepper, McDonald's, DoorDash. Those are big sponsors for sure. And Columbia too. I'm surprised with the Columbia ones since Jordan, Columbia, they don't really go together. So I'm a little surprised on that. I was also surprised on Dr. Pepper at first because he's part of the Coca-Cola racing family, so that's a little surprise for me as well. But for the Kyle Larson situation, doesn't surprise me at all. I kept saying from the moment that it's going to be really, really hard for him to find big sponsors for him. I mean, everybody's forgiven him for what happened in that situation, but sponsors are still going to be a little skittish about, you know, landing deals with him right now. But I'm sure lately, when he starts winning races again, being a playoff contender, I'm sure those sponsors will just will be coming back in. But as of right now, he's probably gonna do the Alex Bowman treatment with the Hendry.com sponsors and the Chevy sponsors that Alex Bowman had last season. So hopefully Larson gets a sponsor for next season sometime soon. But like I said though, it doesn't really surprise me with that situation.
The last topic we're going to be talking about today is a rumor about the next gen car, which is debuting in 2022. The rumor is that they will add the number, they'll make the number smaller on the door side of the car, and put sponsorship on the side, just like they did for the All Star race earlier this year. Um, so, I mean, my opinion about it is, I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I think I like that they're doing something different. It doesn't really affect it for me that much, honestly. I mean, it's a number, and no matter where it is on the car, I don't really care. But I guess I kind of like it a little bit because it's something different. They could always try it, and then if they don't like it, they could change it back or something. But I like that they tried it at the All Star race. That's usually the race that they kind of throw out some interesting ideas and see if people like them or not. So I like that they're experimenting with it, and maybe they should experiment again in the All Star race again this year to see how fans like it and all that. They had the lights on it at Bristol, which was interesting. I think it'd be cool if they changed the lights a little bit if they did have the light under the car. But as far as it goes in 2022, I honestly could go either way with it. Matthew, what's your thought about that rumor for the next gen car?
Exactly. A lot of fans, I swear, they literally just whine and cry about everything. That's NASCAR fans in a nutshell, it seems like. It seems like every decision they make, they're always whining about something. Like recently, they were just about the starting times for the race. They were whining about that. I mean, I cannot believe what I see every day from this community. All the whining, I swear. I'm surprised my yard isn't flooded because all those tears they've been coming out with every single thing that they come out with. But as for the numbers, I can care less where it is. I don't care it's on the hood. I don't care it's on the quarter panel, door, whatever. As long as there's a number, it's and it's fine. As long as there's a number. And then earlier today, I was watching, Eric Eastup's video, the Icebergs video. Shout out to them, by the way. But I was reading their opinions about it. They were talking about how this isn't the way to put sponsorship on putting sponsorship in NASCAR. You're supposed to like more of these cool commercials, like the Domino's Denny Hamlin commercial, the Mobile One commercial with Clint Boyer dancing, and also the commercials in the past that they were silly and fun at the same time, like the old Tony Stewart commercials back in the day with Home Depot, Michael Waltrip with Napa.
And to add on to that, the Toyota one with the like designing the car thing, that's a good one too. Sorry, not to bring up the Kyle Busch pink kittens and baby seals car, but
thank goodness that was only an Xfinity car. But then here's my thing with that take though. That doesn't have to deal with the number on the car. I feel like that's up to the sponsor's decision to make those commercials to put NASCAR drivers in, and that's not NASCAR's decision. That's not the driver's decision. That's the sponsor's decision. So I don't see what that take has to deal with putting more sponsorship on the door and moving the number. I don't understand that. Maybe they do, but I just think NASCAR fans just whine too much. They cry too much before they even think. They actually think about it. They just jump to conclusions like that. So and also it's just a rumor. It's not official. It's not going. I mean, it's not automatically happening right now. It's just a rumor. It might not even happen. It might just be thrown out the window right now. So don't jump the gun so quickly when it's just a rumor. Like when the single lug nut came out, Good Lord. Good Lord, those people. It makes me not. Why? It makes me think. Why am I even in this fan base here? Because it makes us NASCAR fans a laughing stock compared to other fan bases and other sports. Like I don't see the NBA fans complaining about changes. Like when they made the change about like the when you get the ball back, you went from 24 seconds to 14, 12 seconds. You don't see them whining and crying about that, having a meltdown, full on meltdown, or like the NFL, with all these different rules they've done, you don't see them whining and crying either. So it's like our fan base just needs to do a way better job at not jumping the gun easily and not being a bunch of spoiled brats like so easily. Here's just one more example I'm gonna give out for NASCAR. The car tomorrow, when that came out, that was immediately backlash. And I could understand it. I mean, the wing isn't the big old wing on the back isn't really the best looking thing. But they showed up immediately when that crash happened with Michael McDowell at Texas.
Hmm.
When, I mean, he could have been killed if that was in the Gen 4 car, but
You
that
could
car
throw
tomorrow
you
saved
could
his
throw
life.
uh you could throw Carl Edwards crash in there too at Talladega, and he basically
Yeah,
went to the catch fence. So
yeah, but it wasn't, I mean, those crashes immediately changed everybody's mind. Like this car, everybody accepted the car because of how safe that car was. So for all those old people over there talking about, oh, bring the Gen 4 cars back, it's not gonna happen. And that's just how it is. You just gotta deal with it. So whatever decision they make, if they're gonna change the number placement or not, I'm gonna agree with it and just see how it looks on track every weekend.
yeah, I think it's silly of NASCAR fans to be so complaining about like a number. I mean, like a playoff format, I mean, that's different. That directly affects like the drivers and how they race and all that. But a number, like, come on. Just if they're gonna make a change, just stick with it. I mean, you really don't need to complain about that. Like you can complain about a playoff format and all that kind of stuff, but really a number on the side of a car, like come on. And if anything is helping the sponsors, like you said, is getting them more promotion. They're on the car more, on the door when they're usually not on the door. And that could lead to more money coming into the sport and more commercials, like you said, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think the fans just need to hush and talk positive. I mean, like the world, we need more positivity. I mean, like
They
I don't
can
know,
hey,
but
they could literally change they can literally change the color of the window then from black to white
and
and
they'd go
everybody will
crazy.
go start crying about
Yeah.
it. That's
So
literally how it goes in this community.
yeah, but hopefully NASCAR fans can learn to appreciate change instead of like just go crazy about it and whine and complain about it. But that's all for the news and the rumors about the 2022 car, the next gen car. But if anything else changes, we will keep you guys updated on that. That is all for this episode of The Last Lap. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said earlier, hit that subscribe button and that like button. It really does help us, and we'd appreciate it. And then in between videos, you can check us out on Instagram. That'll be linked in the description down below. Comment below what your opinion is on all these changes going down for next year and the year after that. And we'll catch you guys in the next episode.